Hey everyone, it's Drew Kuhlmann. I'm here to go over the real estate statistics here in Lexington, South Carolina. And what I want to do is figure out how is COVID-19 affecting the real estate market. Now, I can't give you exactly 100% what's going to take place because there's a lot of unknown, a lot of uncertainty we do not know. But what I do want to do is really be crunching the data, looking at the statistics. Of course, I'm always talking to other realtors to really understand what's taking place. First of all, a lot of people are probably really concerned of the property values. What's going to happen? Are prices going to plummet? Is there going to be a lot of foreclosures on the market? Right now, while I cannot give you 100% definite, this is my prediction from what I've seen so far. And if I see things that will change that, that's why I'm getting into the data so strongly. And I'm going to be providing these updates each week. But first of all, I'm usually not a huge fan of what the government does and feel they're effective. But right now, people can call and get their mortgages frozen for 3 months. So if you feel you've been affected by COVID-19, call your mortgage company and see what they'll do for you. What they've been doing for a lot of people is they'll actually freeze them the mortgage payment so you do not owe it for 90 days. Now, the beauty of this is it's not creating extra interest, creating extra fees, and it's not hitting your credit report. What it's doing is basically calling a timeout. Say, hey, timeout. I need a little break until we have an understanding on this. The government is providing liquidity so that these banks can do that. So that I've been very pleased with. Now, don't use this as the ATM of buying new furniture just because you don't have to make a mortgage payment this month. Then, what they're probably going to do is tack these 3 months on to the final part of the 30-year mortgage if you have a 30-year mortgage. One thing that I'm not certain how it's going to be affected are your prepaids. Your mortgage payment typically includes your homeowner's insurance and your taxes. So since that 3 months are not being paid, it could recalculate your mortgage payment either when you restart again or maybe after they've paid the lump sum. If they pay more than they've been holding, they're going to change your mortgage payment so that after 12 months, you'll be exactly right on schedule again. So this could affect your monthly payments by a bit in the future. But it's a lot better option than people who, if you've been laid off, if your income has suffered greatly, this is a good way to get a breather so that you have a chance to get through this without hurting your credit, losing the house you love, etc. This options also was done financially well because we do not want the market flooded with foreclosures or distressed properties. So where we got to figure out is in the future, where could this lead? Well, right now, the price range and the area I'm going to be going over has been a very hot market. I'm going to be going over Lexington, price $75,000 to $150,000. In this price range and zip codes of 29072 and 29073, you put a house on the market, you'll probably get 3 offers in 2 days. If you are anywhere close to the right price, anywhere close to the right presentation condition, you're going to get activity, strong activity. So buyers see this and they're going aggressive on their offers. So this is where it gets interesting. With the COVID-19 virus affecting so many people and scaring so many people, and rightfully so, people are going to start taking their houses off the market. So we actually may see less inventory on the market. So maybe there'll be less buyers and less sellers and even out, or it could possibly be more people take their house off the market or refinance. Since these interest rates drop, they are starting to move back up again. So basically, we don't know if the pricing is going to stay steady, go up, or it could go down. So we just do not know that yet. So that's why we're crunching the data. So what I'm going to do is, this right here is a summary of what took place in the last 3 months. So what I've done is I'm going to go over data from 3 months, 60 days, 30 days, And what we want to do is we want to start trying to find consistencies. And, are there more houses being taken off the market than going on the market? Are there as many properties closing as there once was, or are they getting stuck on pending? So now, if you don't mind, I'm going to try and pull this up real quick just so I can make certain I see the screen. Okay, there we go. So it looks like we are operating correctly. Okay, so what I wanted to do was this first one, and I'm hoping you can see it okay. Fortunately, I'm having a tough time getting back to the window that I'm sharing. So I'm going to stop my screen. Let me share it again. Okay, so here we go. So this one is just kind of a broad overview of what's taken place. I'm going to break this down into a way appraisers typically determine if it's becoming a seller's market, a buyer's market, or a neutral market. But these are all the houses that were listed in December of last year up to now. Anything that's gone under contract from January 1st to now. So you may wonder, why are you taking listings that are 30 days more days than you are for those that close? Because it takes 30 days for a property to close. So if it's going to show up on the close report, I want it to have a chance to show up on the active, expired, withdrawn report. So what we're going to see here is for active properties in this time frame, there's 20. So that means these are either new on the market or these are the leftovers. These are the ones that if you go to Zillow and Realtor that you're going to see. So if you've been price hunting in this category, you've probably come across some of these. And then what we're typically seeing is, so for the average house on the market, for the category I pulled, it's been 128,000, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, a little under 1,400 square feet. And these have been on the market on average 16 days on the market. Okay, so now let's start looking at these numbers. So 20 active, 8 closed. So that's more than a third in this time frame. And the ones that sold, on average, 2-bedroom, 2-bath houses, 1,200 square feet, priced at $131,900. So and because we're doing the 75 to 150, that's why we're going to be all pretty close criteria. But so far, what we're seeing on average is 1,300 square foot house is probably going to be in the 130s. Okay, 43 pending. That's a lot. When you look at all of the properties on the market of 20 in a 3-month time frame, 43 have closed or 43 are under contract. That tells you the inventory is shrinking, not growing right now. So you can see all these pendings, contingent on closings, contingent on inspections. Here's where this number is going to get interesting. The pendings are the ones that have to reach closing. There's already a lot of things that you can encounter when you're under contract. You'll have your due diligence period to do your inspections. You'll make certain you provide the verification of employment one last time before closing. People who got laid off, some of these may not close. Some of them that have some kind of repair addendums, buyers now may walk away instead of just asking for some simple repairs and closing. The reason why is there's so much fear in the market. So this pending number is a number we really want to pay attention to. That's going to help us really keep an eye on the market. But look at all these that go pending. Okay. Withdrawn. So now in this category, I have 3, which I am almost, okay, that's right. So now the 3 were from this last, I think I pulled up the wrong stat. I actually think this one is for the 30-day report. So let me double check this. Yep. So this is our 30-day report. Anything listed from in February and closed in the month of March. Okay. So basically what we're seeing is in that category, 20 got listed, 8 closed, 43 went under contract. So that essentially means there could have been 63 that hit the market, right? And even more than that, because some of them could have closed. And then 3 got withdrawn. That number's a lot less than I expected. I expected to see the withdrawn blow up a bit this last month. So right now, it looks like sellers are not that afraid of having their house on the market. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to close this out, go back to my screen. I'm going to share my screen again, and we're going to use, this is a way an appraiser can look at things. This is one page, and when an appraiser comes and values your property, it's probably going to be 60, 70 pages, just because they have so much stuff required, for language for the loan companies. But what we're looking at is these categories here. Okay, the number of sales, comparable sales that settled, it says 8. The absorption rate being 2.67, active listings 20, and the housing supply. This is why I pulled these up here. 7.5 months of inventory. That's still on the seller side. When it starts hitting like 12 months of inventory and more, that tends to be more of a buyer's market. Under 8 is still a seller's market, and that's for the last 30 days. So even right now, the stats in this price range are showing sellers, they can get their home sold if they have their house on the market. At the sales price on these typically were $136,500. The list price was $137,500. So, they're going down $1,000. They're probably also providing some closing costs. So that's still, it's maintaining its value pretty well. So now what I'm going to do from here is we're going to actually change it to a 60-day cycle. Okay. So again, let's just look at everything as a whole first. So let me share my screen, application window, 2 months. Okay. Okay, so here we are again. So now we are at the 2-month period. So what I want to do is compare the actives in this period, which is 21. So that's very similar to our last statistics. Closed. Now this is a big difference. 2 months ago, 29 closed. So that was in the month of February, 29 properties closed. The month of March, 8 closed. That March tends to be a lot harder than February. Okay, so now let's look at the pending properties. 44 went under contract in the month of February. Okay, now in the month of March, 43 did. However, I'm thinking that we're going to eventually see that those 43 probably came in the first 2 weeks of March. Again, that's why we're going to do this weekly, is to really pay attention to that. Okay, so you can see there's a lot of properties that went under contract. And the ones that, okay, so 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,300 square feet, they go under contract in about 5 days. So, and the average price per square feet, it looks like, is around $105. Withdrawns. This one I was curious on. And again, it's going to be interesting to pay attention to this withdrawn category. But for that month, we had 7, which shockingly was more. So basically the month of February was 4, March is 3, add the 2 together and we'll get 7. So that's been a pretty consistent stat. Okay. So, and again, on the inventory level, the one for the last 3 months said there was 7.5 months of inventory. This last one in February was 2 months of inventory. So we are starting to see that the months of inventory is catching up to let us know that something's taking place in the market. What I believe is going to be taking place is Hey, my son, I got working from home. So a lot of these pendings are going to get stuck. The reason why is, hey, Matthew,
What are you doing?
I'm making a video for people. We are live on YouTube right now. You want to see if we have any guests? If so, hopefully, let's see.
Dad, I need my own office.
You need your own office? Okay. Well, wave to the people.
Hi.
Yeah. What happened? If they want to buy or sell a house, is this a good time? Don't know. Hey, you're shaking it. Well, buddy, tell them goodbye, and I'm going to finish the video, okay?
Goodbye.
Can I see you in a little bit?
Yep.
Okay.
But I need my own office.
I know. You got a playroom. Make that your office.
No.
Your playroom's twice as big as
I need a
office.
table.
We can get you a table. You got a table in there already, don't you? Take the toys off it. Okay. So there you go. Special guest star Matthew Kuhlmann making his appearance. So, okay. So what I'm going to do now is let me share my screen. And we will be checking this to make certain that the screen shares work correctly. Okay. So again, what we're going to be looking at here is, and you know what? I think we already shared this one. You have to excuse me. I got a little distracted. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and go to the 3-month overview of everything. Okay. Okay, so what we're looking at now is if we were to take the 3-month overview to really see how things have changed. This surprises me again. And these stats can be a bit off because this is designed for 12 months of inventory so that, the swings change a little bit less. So that's why I'm going through both a summary of what I've made as well as looking at, okay, what's the months of home supply? Because that does make a big difference as far as knowing which way the pendulum is swinging. Yes.
I need my own office.
Okay, buddy. We'll get you an office in a bit, okay?
I need my own computer now.
You need a computer too? Okay. We'll go in your office and we'll come over there and help you out, okay?
Can you get me that computer?
No, this is Daddy's computer.
Well,
okay. So we are going to wrap this one up because we're starting to get a little sidetracked. So I'm going to go ahead and give you the breakdown in the description below. So just go to YouTube, look at all the stats. That will be a quicker way to actually absorb all this data.
And go on the Chitty Chitty Bang Bang video. Search Matthew Kuhlmann Chitty Chitty Bang Bang video.
That's right. Matthew Kuhlmann has just released his Chitty Chitty Bang Bang car video, and you got to go see it. And he sings for you too. You want to sing for him real quick? Come on over here. They can't see you there.
Oh, you pretty chitty bang. Oh, you pretty chitty bang bang, pretty chitty bang bang. We love you. And pretty chitty bang bang, pretty chitty bang bang loves us too. Withdrawn in a money car, a winner down and spin. Bang bang, pretty chitty bang bang. Up by porn fin. Brand.